What is going on, guys? DBG here. Today we're going to be talking about the Season 4 news in NBA 2k23 MyTEAM, lads. First of all, I don't know why I just decided not to even put on background music, so let's do that right now. But what we're going to be talking about is some of the stuff that we heard yesterday from the 2k stream. So first of all, a lot of people are confused that Bob Pettit has 200 days to go. And this means one of two things. Either takeover cards are gonzo, either they're completely gone, or the win X amount of games takeovers are no longer there, and the Bob Pettit is essentially there for anyone for the rest of the year. If you start up this game, you're going to get Bob Pettit, because Coleman isn't one of these. We'll see tomorrow really what that is. Or maybe all takeover cards are going to be there for the rest of the year. Maybe that's what they're going to do. And that would be kind of cool thing if they're all done by individual challenges with certain players, and you can get all of them for the rest of the year. That would be a really cool concept. And that's why I didn't have the music on. But let's watch the stream. MyTEAM developer John Smith. I'm just in shock that this is a real person. Like, I was convinced that they just put the name John Smith on the dev blog for 2k21, I think. Just so that if there was anything that people didn't like, they were like, sure, just blame John Smith. No, John Smith's an actual person. I still find that funny. We were all convinced John Smith wasn't a real person for a while. And that's the funny part about not actually being on the ins with 2K and just being on the outside as a consumer. It is something you can kind of laugh at. You can make all these theories you want. You can wear a tinfoil hat as much as you want. We're just taking guesses at everything.
I could talk all day about my team. You know, Season 4 is around the corner here, and with Season 4 comes, obviously, with my team, new rewards, new events, new everything. As we
So new events. There's going to be events. That sounds good.
Really refresh the mode every season and in between the seasons.
It says refreshed mode, which I strongly do actually think that Season 4 is going to be the biggest refresh, because we didn't see a lot of quote-unquote new content, as in we didn't see a lot of timely content that couldn't have been pre-built through Season 3. Even though I actually think Season 3 was not quite 2k21. Obviously, if you take the content in a vacuum, it was better than 2k21, but for what Season 3 was in 2k21, this wasn't that. But it was so much better than 2k22 Season 3.
In Season 4, you look forward to, we every 2 weeks release a new base set of cards. And the first one's
Really? Really? The base set cards? Really? Really, John? The base set cards? This is like 3 minutes after they were hyping up Trae Young on this team. The base set cards? Like, I like those Evos. I'll use Headband Man. I'll use Headband Man all the time. But, like, really?
It's going to be based around Lunar New Year, which is going to be tipping off the season.
Based around Lunar New Year, so we're getting 30. We're getting 30 dudes to play in China.
We're going to be leaning into that a lot more. You can expect to see more to do with these set of cards that are coming out at the beginning of the season. More rewards, more things to do with them, some locker codes associated with them.
Are we really talking about the damn base set cards? Locker codes associated with them. Are we really talking about the damn base set cards? I'm sorry, like, I might be the person in the, like, yes, we are the 1%, the Twitter community 1%. I might be the one person in the, like, tiny community of Twitter that uses these cards more than anybody. But come on.
It's really kind of a new way to take over and play in Season 4 of my team, and we'll be having multiple of these.
He said
new week events, I almost call them. Trophy case is always
okay. I think he's like completely. I think he mentioned the base set, but then went and made a completely different point, because this makes different sense. This is a completely different point.
Locker codes associated with them. It's really kind of a new way to take over and play in Season 4 of my team, and we'll be having multiple of these kind of 2 week events, I almost call them.
So he said takeover and 2 week events. So maybe the takeover is being replaced by these events that might be themed around when the base sets are. So maybe the base set like could be Lunar New Year with a bunch of random ass base set cards, but then there could be like Lunar New Year 2-week event of where you get the Lunar New Year takeover cards. So that instead of like 6 weeks of a season, the season basically split up into 3 2-week sub-seasons, which would actually be a really cool concept. Like, please tell me that's what he's saying, because what he's saying makes zero sense right now based on our prior knowledge of the game mode. What he is saying doesn't make sense. Obviously, he's a dev. He knows more than we do. He knows what's coming. And based on our prior knowledge of the mode, what he says doesn't make sense.
Trophy case is always a hot topic. We'll be having some new ways for you to add to your trophy case to fill in the little gaps you might have.
Oh, it's gone.
You're just getting started in my team. You're just getting that locker code.
Oh, trophy. He said fill in the gaps. Trophy case is done. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Get started on the trophy case and really use 30 pink diamonds, all the Galaxy Opals, and the 3 Dark Matters to really improve your team.
He's promoting the first trophy case. It's over. It's over, lads. It's finally over. I don't know what they're going to do with rewards. But trophy case, it's over. I actually don't believe it, lads. We can rejoice. We can celebrate. Finally, the worst executed reward system in video game history. It's over. It's actually over. You don't understand how happy I am. The trophy case is done. There's no trophy case 2.0.
Season 4 is always an exciting season in my team. There's going to be so much to do. All-Star comes at the end. The final game day takes place on
the final game day. Jesus Christ, that's going to be hectic.
All-Star weekend, the last chance for anyone to get into the tournament and get into the single elimination tournaments that happen a couple weeks after that. This is when everything just comes to a head, and again, you can see it. I'm getting excited. I'm getting all hands and everything. Like, I'm excited.
Okay.
I really, really hope he's excited for it. He looks, I'm just going to say this, like, he's smiling enough. And I will say it, like, you can tell when it's, we've got something great coming up. And they really don't. Like the way, I remember seeing the way they talked on Twitter about the game of the freaking Game of Rings. Like, they knew that was going to be an SH1T show when they released it. Like, it's very, very clear, considering the fact they changed the reward system after a day and just changed the damn point system after a day. It was described as something completely different in the dev blog as to what it was. So clearly they knew it was going to be an SH1T show and then tried to fix it last minute. Like, it was described as something different in the dev blog than what we got. But nah, this type of smug smile. John Smith knows something. He obviously freaking knows something. He's one of the lead devs. But nah, he's confident. He's confident. And he's put his face out there with his at in the corner. These guys know that if something's bad, they're getting abuse. They know if something's good, they're getting abuse. They know if something's good, they're getting abuse no matter what, because that's the way the community is. But they know if it's bad, they're getting even more abuse. And he's there smiling. He knows it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to this. Because I think he knows it's going to be good. And I'm like, what he described, basically, the season is almost split up into 2-week events. So every time there's going to be a new base set card, there's going to be events based on that theme. And there's going to be cards from that. And he mentioned Takeover as well. And considering the fact that there's a freaking Takeover card that has 200 days left, which is literally till 2k24. I think that the whole Takeover cards might be a 2-week thing, where Takeover cards might be events. Instead of Takeover cards for season, they might be Takeover cards for the events. This could be cool. This could be really, really cool. And the only reason I have confidence is that Season 4 is when things pick up. Season 4 was Terry Dischinger in 2K21. Season 4 in 2K22 was the Jason Tatum grind, the All-Star grind, and the first moments of the month. Oh, no, say second moments of the month. Like, in Season 4, in 2K22, we got the Tatum Hunt for Glory thing, or Path to Playoffs, whatever. We got the freaking All-Star grinds, and we also got the first Dark Matters and packs. We got, as well, the freaking second moment of the month that Evan Booker won. So anyway, yeah, that is the video, lads. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.